everybody, welcome to AJS News. This is the first of two videos we got for you today.
But an important word from our sponsors. Hey guys, so I've told you about Rocket Money, which shows you all of your reoccurring subscriptions, allowing you to control your money and cancel what you don't need. But let me show you this other feature that I use constantly, lower your bill. So right here, what is this? Verizon, AT&T, Spectrum. They have a 90% success rate for going in and negotiating you a lower rate on some of the bills that you're already paying.
Yeah, the users save on average over $700 a year. They've helped people save $500 million in canceled subscriptions.
You should really take control of your accounts right now. I know somebody over here forgot to cancel their Ubisoft subscription and got notified.
Yeah. That was me. That was me, yes.
It keeps a track of all that stuff and lets you know what you need to cancel if you don't use it anymore. So it's really helpful to get organized.
Yeah, and sometimes it can even cancel for you, guys. It's a free app. There are premium features if you want them, so check it out. Click the links down below. Download Rocket Money today. Get organized, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Check it out. Guys, check out the links below. Save yourself some money. That's what we love doing here. Alex, what the heck has been going on in gaming news this week or past week?
Yeah, we saw Joker 2, so check out our review.
Did.
Oh my gosh.
Lots of content. If you're looking for stuff to watch, there's a Rings of Power video that's 2 hours long.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I decided not to split it into two so that you guys could just have one major watch. We had some audio issues there, but we fixed them. So lots of and it's finally over, and now we have 2 long years to wait before we go, damn. What's the conclusion to this epic
Hopefully
series?
they cancel it.
I actually don't want it canceled because I kind of like that the misery and the combined therapy sessions and just the hilariousness that comes from it. It's just fan fiction for me now, and I just love to see Amazon just burn money like this. I think it's
never
hilarious.
Explain how Aaron Deere is still alive.
I know.
He's a main character. They don't die.
If you don't know what we're talking about because you don't
fiction.
watch it, some guy gets stabbed like multiple times in the chest, and then the next episode they literally forget to address it, like it's a syndicated show or something where he's just like, "Hey guys, what's up?" And he's walking around. You're like, in a $1 billion show, this is how you're operating.
There's a great. I'll have to remind. There's a fun post in the We Love the Show Reddit where they were talking about, hey, if I'm looking for more stuff like this, and then it was just nonstop fan fiction, and then so it's like these people just want this kind of low effort shipping fan fiction.
That's
it's like,
what it is
because they want romantic stuff. They're like, I actually kind of want romantic scenes between Galadriel and Halbrand. It's like. You guys are gross. I hate you. All right, back to the gaming news.
Yes, gaming news.
Joker 2 is didn't do
somewhat gaming news. I mean, it's just relevant stuff here at the Angry Joe Show because we cover stuff like board games,
anything that's vaguely DC related. I bring up
shit we use or shit we watch, basically.
Yeah, exactly. And so Joker is always only been vaguely DC related, even the first one. And this second one came out, and people aren't liking it so much.
It's because you didn't get it, Alex.
I didn't get it. That's correct. What did I get?
We got it. The point was shitting all over a character who I guess the director decided he didn't want people to glorify, and he wanted to show you who he really was. But it honestly, I mean, I guess you can do that in your kind of artsy-fartsy way, but it was so poorly executed in that way that it didn't work. And I think mainly a slap in the face to a lot of fans. Almost maybe he's like, hey, I don't want to work on this, WB, so how about one of these?
Yeah, I mean,
I saw on Reddit, her dancing in a costume on the stairs in an alternate ending. So apparently they filmed 3 endings for that film just to throw people off of what the real ending is. So I'm wondering, can I maybe see those other 2 joke endings or fake endings that were throwing people off? Because I might like one of those better.
Well, it's like they filmed stuff with Gwendolyn Christie killing the Night King in Game of Thrones. Because they filmed a bunch of fake ones because they didn't want anyone to spoil which is which. It's like sometimes what end up happening is just so bad. It's like I don't even care what the alternate ones are, and I think I may be in the in the States.
Check out our review, but I was not a big fan of it. Yeah, I get the idea of what they were going for, but it wasn't for me.
No, it wasn't for a lot of people.
It kind of
Last one made $1 billion.
It cheapens it.
Yeah, the opening weekend domestically sub $40 million debut. Combined internationally is $120 million globally. I think most of the industry experts are expecting a pretty sharp drop off because this doesn't have the insane word of mouth that the last one did, and everyone just kept seeing it. Some people were seeing it multiple times, and I don't think this one's going to have that.
No.
A couple of these industry experts are saying that it should reach maybe anywhere from, this guy says, anywhere from 260 to maybe 300. He said 320, and if things are insane.
So we were pretty close then.
Yeah, you're pretty spot on.
I think you said 400.
Yeah, I think 400 is the highest it could get, and it looks like it's probably going to get that. Maybe 300.
Yeah, but so even at that 400, it does not break even because this is also a very, and I don't understand.
Know about that. I disagree on that. I didn't think it, I think the budget was 150 through potentially 200. That's a huge range, so that number might already include the marketing budget.
They've refined it to 200 million and doesn't include marketing.
Does it have a little asterisk that confirms does not include marketing?
It just says it didn't. The movie's opening, despite reported.
I don't think we could be completely accurate on that. I think that the movie ends up making a little bit of money, but obviously not the
billions.
the success that they expected. Yeah,
No.
because they paid everybody more this time around. I'm sure that Joaquin Phoenix, because Joaquin had a no sequel policy.
Yeah.
In his acting career, he broke it for this. This is the one he broke it for. Wow.
For money.
And probably for money. Yeah, the budget was, what is it, Alex? It's like 3 times the original's budget and not including marketing.
Yeah. So, I mean, all these things just say that just the movie itself, 190 to 200 million. And that's,
I didn't see the thing that says this is not including the marketing budget. Where are you getting that from?
Just when they list movie budgets, they don't naturally include marketing budgets as like.
I don't know. When there's a range, it usually, I think sometimes gets included. That's why it's just not completely certain.
Yeah.
But even if so, you think it had $100 million marketing budget in addition to its $200 million at the higher end?
No, I don't think it was $100 million. But if it makes $400 million in the box office, then the actual cash to the studio would be less than $200 million. Yeah. It's so I do think unless it hits that 400 mark, I think it's going to lose money. And they'll do some weird things where they like sell it to themselves. They'll stream it on Max, and it'll be like, "Hey, part of the ecosystem."
Oh right, yeah, we're not counting all the streaming stuff and all that other.
As like a movie in itself, and this is just they cannot use this and go, "Oh, well, people are just not interested in vaguely comic related rated R movies."
No,
because the other one just made $1.4 billion.
You just, I don't know. I think you did too much. Too much for everyone. This is too much for everyone.
Oh, like they're trying too many things and trying to please everyone. I don't know if they were even trying to please everyone, but so it didn't go do so well. So we'll let you know what happens in the next couple weeks because this is not part of James Gunn's DCU.
James Gunn didn't have any say in it. Even if he wanted to, the studio's like, no, let Todd do his own thing. He said, okay. And in case you're wondering, I looked it up, production costs that don't cover distribution and marketing, usually your budget, but they have averaged across the entire industry for a big budget film, $35 million for marketing on average. Some of it is less, some of it is more. And honestly, we saw a lot of marketing for this particular one, so it might be a little more.
We got a real fun story that, according to the Tekken boss, he once tried to get KFC's Colonel Sanders to join the roster, but the chicken superpower wouldn't budge. They weren't very open to the idea.
Why not?
You stick in the mud. They did do some video game stuff previously. They fucked up there. I would have loved that so much. I love KFC, but every time I go there, I want to vomit because I get old-ass chicken. and it's not fresh.
You go
the only
during
time I
lunchtime
get
too, though. That's weird.
it's
You
fucked
should
up.
be
Yeah, and the
pretty
only
busy.
time I got the fresh chicken was I was like, oh gosh, so good. Is when I drove out to like West Texas, where there's like one KFC for an entire Texas
They
town.
will shoot you if the chicken's bad. Too.
Right,
Yeah.
and that shit is good over there. But you come over to a busy city and you got employees like, they don't give a shit. Yeah.
So is this where they draw the line? Because they had those crazy
Dating simulator.
dating sims, and then they made that movie with Mario Lopez.
It must. There's got to be more to it. That sucks so much. He's talking with the wrong person at the wrong time. Often these marketing teams have rotations, or the house gets cleared out. His leg is rotisserie, y'all.
So this was before any of that other stuff. So what he says is Colonel Sanders appeared in games after that. So maybe it was just him fighting against someone that was posing a problem. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
Like, don't KFC doesn't promote violence or something. But if you want to,
I still want the console, Alex. Where is it?
the KFC console.
Oh
Yes.
shit! There was somebody who I was like, "Hey, let's do a promo." Like I loved their product so much, I went to there. Let's do the promo. It's like, no, like we don't really do this. Like 2 years later, they started doing it, and it was super successful. I'm trying to remember who it was, but I never talked to them again. So
I know you reached out to a jerky place and you were just like, "Let me."
Yeah.
Oh, that was different. That was another
That's a
one.
good
Yeah,
one.
jerky place. Get some good jerkies.
But that would've been
Gary
sweet.
West is what. But I think they went out of business.
That would have
Oh.
been sweet, though. He would have been my main. I would have just been like blowing spices in people's face.
Hell yeah.
No, the secret recipe.
So spices, not hot fryer oil, because I think I would probably
The
just have,
spices are what they're known for. All right.
I think it's in their name. It's fried chicken. I think the whole deep, like having a deep fryer, that you just throw cups of scalding oil.
That
on
would be
people.
like more like Mortal Kombat for the fatality. It would have been sweet.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Gary West went out of business. They should have took us up on
That
our
shit was
offer.
good. That was
It
very
was.
good.
Delicious.
Yeah, it's hard to
Permanently
find good jerky.
Jacksonville.
Best meat to put in your mouth.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well. The elk jerky, I've never found elk jerky quite as good as that one. Oh, well.
Well, we make our own.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I want to do a new stuff reviews. I'm waiting for a bag of chips to come in, Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity, Lay's potato chips.
Is that from
Taste
IHOP?
it, yeah, it tastes like IHOP pancakes. Then I'm also, I have in already, but I'm waiting on it, is the KFC flavored potato chip style.
I have
thing.
KFC flavored popcorn I got in Japan.
Okay,
I still have
so
it.
we should do stuff reviews. Stuff reviews. This is where I review stuff. Let us know if you want to do stuff reviews. We can do stuff.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Just stuff. Hey, what's this taste like? Shit.
We can just start going to Costco because they've got all of this dry. They have.
I ain't got no Costco membership. You got Costco?
Yeah.
All right.
I love Costco. It's great.
All right.
You know how much food I eat? I have to shop
Yeah.
at Costco.
Yeah, makes sense.
Jeez.
Epic Games CEO says the company is now financially sound. This is after a couple years of restructuring. They had a lot of people working for them. They had a lot of things they were working on. They're lighting money on fire every single day with their horrible Epic Games Store. It's still not a very good storefront, but you do get free games from time to time,
Yes.
and so take advantage of that. But things are looking good for them, he said. We spent the last year rebuilding and really executing solidly on all fronts. I'm happy to tell you now that the company is financially sound and that Fortnite and the Epic Games Store have hit new records in concurrency and success. So things are plugging along forward for them, which is good because they're not just the Epic Games Store. They're not just Fortnite. Like Epic does a lot of things on Unreal Engine and other things that are really important to the game industry. So
Yeah, I'm happy for the competition.
yeah.
As we've seen, especially in sports games, competition is good.
Yeah, but Steam's just say do something. They're like, no,
Nah, not yet.
no.
They don't feel the threat yet.
No, they definitely do not. There was news reports this week that Ubisoft was considering buyout, and so people were getting really excited. They're like, "Oh, who could buy Ubisoft? They've got a bunch of stuff." And then all you had to do was read the article and go, "Oh, wait a minute! It's the people who've been running Ubisoft that want to buy out Ubisoft and take it private. It's the three French brothers and Tencent." Who was like, hey, we'll have complete control and nothing will go wrong. And
You guys are the ones that are fucking it up in the first place.
So wonderful.
What are they doing?
Oh, it's
What are they
perfect because
talking
they've destroyed the company's value, and now they get to buy the company for 1/8 the price that they would have had
Right.
to,
and then make the company better? Do you think they're tanking the company on purpose so they can lower the price. Damn, that's some 4D corporate buffoonery right there.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not supposed to. Like, any time where you can be like, is
You're not supposed?
Is it malevolence or is it stupidity? And it's like, it's most of the time it's stupidity. So
CEOs and corporations, they regularly do stuff they're not supposed to.
Yeah.
So companies are speaking to advisors about potential routes forward, talking about taking the company private, just getting to the point where they've got complete control over everything again.
Yep.
Back in the good old days, and they can get back to making
The good old days.
when Assassin's Creeds were good.
Yep.
And I don't remember what other game. I mean, maybe Splinter Cell. That'd be cool, and a bunch of other stuff. Right now, the brothers hold 20% of the publishers' voting rights. Tencent holds 9.2. So they got a lot of purchasing to do. I don't know if these guys have access to that much cash, or if just Tencent's going to pony up all of the mobile game money and be like, hey, this is how it works.
It's like, we got a plan. All right.
We
gotta stick to the plan.
Good news is Tencent typically, when they buy companies, they typically let them run themselves and say, look, we own you, but the reason we bought you is we typically trust that what you're doing is good. The problem is they aren't doing very good, so we have no idea what Tencent's going to do when they come in. But I don't know. Their catalog is worth a ton. Assassin's Creed is worth a ton, and then they actually, as weird as it is, like Just Dance makes a ton of money. So they've got some things that are worth some money.
Just Dance.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it makes so much money, though. Because they got licensed music and all that stuff.
The internet is not a real place, and it's something I constantly have to remind myself of. Like, we spent so much time on the internet. You read things on Twitter, you read things on Reddit. That place is not real. It doesn't represent the majority of all people. Sometimes it does. Sometimes you're in an ecosystem that it's a pretty good slice of life, and you get a bunch of everything. But most people don't tweet. They just go home and they play whatever video games and so a lot of people aren't really caught up in the controversies. Like, is this, I don't even want to use the W word. Is this they're taking away the slutty outfits that I like. Most people don't care. They just want to play the video games. They give their $60-$70 and move on. So I think that they'll probably be fine. That's why Assassin's Creed always sell well. They always do. Even Shadows, which has all of this controversy around it, I think it'll probably sell well because the vast majority of people who play Assassin's Creed just don't care about any of that stuff. So
makes sense.
In wonderful news, Suicide Squad Season 3 came out this week. Did you play it?
I saw an image of this. I was like, wait, so who's going to be the new... That's right. I took it to other Joe immediately. I said, Joe, look at this. Tell me which DC superhero this is. And Joe was like, who?
That one.
Who? And I said, Lawless, man.
Like Lucy?
Who? Yeah, that's what he said. Xena? Warrior Princess? Shit.
That'd be cool.
I would have played that. I would have gone in and played that. But apparently Lawless is the daughter of a version of Deadshot. You see her in the Will Smith movie, and then she got the daughter, and that's apparently she'll grow into Lawless. Exactly. Who the fuck would want to play? I don't understand. This is just hilarious. This is just further proof that Suicide Squad was a colossal disaster, and their ideas were poor, and what they thought people would be excited for is not.
Yeah.
I mean, you could be releasing interesting... People are waiting for the fourth character, which is, I believe, Deathstroke. So it's like, yeah, just hurry up. Let's go. Come on. Let's get past this shit. What is this garbage? Some people think she's fun to move around with because her So guess what her travel mode is? Oh, whoa, even more uniqueness? No, she's got a jetpack, just like her fucking father. But the jetpack works slightly different. I think
is Deathstroke or Deadshot in the game?
It's Deadshot, and then we're gonna get Deathstroke. Oh wait, is it Deathstroke and we're gonna get Deadshot? No, it's Deadshot. It's Deadshot because we bought the stupid hand things. That's Deadshot. We're gonna get Deathstroke, who is like Deadpool with a sword, and so
none of them are as cool as Snowflame. That's who I wanted in there.
Deep cut, for those of you who don't know. Yeah, he's an actual DC
with
character
superpowers. If he takes a certain thing,
he uses cocaine.
He goes crazy.
Yayo.
Yeah.
He has the powers of Yayo.
It's just so mind-blowing. They thought that this was going to be a hit. Like, okay, let's put some obscure characters here that nobody really knows.
They may have thought that it was going to be a hit regardless,
right.
and you could have thrown anyone in there.
Yeah,
and,
and they're like, we'll take a little bit of a deep, so we could experiment and be fun. And it's like, bro, you're already at the lowest of the low. Yeah. I'm curious what the numbers were going to be for this season. So, Alex,
248 players played season 3. That's the highest.
43. All right, I'm going to open this bad boy up now.
It's not good.
It is 146 players. So they lost 100 players already. And we got 146 people trucking along.
Peak time.
Remember, the all-time peak ever was 13,000 players.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Real bad. That's real bad.
It's dead. Can we just call it?
Right. We can keep calling. They're not going to call it until they get to Deathstroke.
Deathstroke.
I am so curious where Deathstroke will be. I think the peak
numbers.
When Joker came out, if you wanted to know, was like 3,042, I think, is when it's Jonkler. It's not Joker, but Jonkler came out to 3,000. From 13,000, and then you got 3,000 back. And then
Miss Freeze
was like 400.
Well. Yeah.
Maybe 500 or something.
Then Lawless came out.
And Lawless is 260 something.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not that people
it's half of a half of a half of a half.
Yeah, 7. We're going to get down to like 7 people.
But Deathstroke will bring more players. I just know it. Because, that's the one I was waiting for before I realized it was a piece of shit. He's the 4th.
Okay.
And I don't think they're doing any more from that because I think they had already had these developed a long time ago and they're just slowly, releasing.
Is it going to be Deathstroke or is it going to be an alternate take on Deathstroke
where
he is a pacifist?
It's Deathstroke, but he might be an alternate take. A pacifist?
Yeah.
That would be funny. What kind of abilities, Joe, would the pacifist Deathstroke be using?
Bubbles?
Well, I was thinking a paintbrush because he strokes.
I'm going to stroke you death-like.
Wrong stroke. Oh,
hey,
no.
I'd be for a melee weapon. Stop it. Oh, God, now I got to wash my armor. What?
To be like Bob Ross.
What's
That's
this
one of the costumes.
Happy little trees.
And then he throws rubber duckies at people, and he uses rubber bullets.
Rubber duckies are dangerous in the DC universe. They explode. Penguin uses them. So you couldn't do that because he's a pacifist.
Okay, not rubber bullets because that would hurt too much.
Yeah.
How about Nerf guns? Hey. Dude, I would actually, that sounds sweet. Just make this fucking shit a joke. Let's just do Nerf guns and shit. Yeah. And have little fucking, you got to go and pick up your little fucking darts after you shoot them. I'd play it again if they did that.
After you shoot them into the purple,
yeah,
whatever it is.
Yeah, they're all purple.
Stupid.
And stuff, yeah. Batman Arkham Knight currently has 2,085 players. That game came out forever ago. And
10 times the amount of players.
Yeah. Batman Arkham City, 884 players right now playing.
4 times the amount of players.
Arkham Asylum Game of the Year Edition, 591 players. Arkham Origins,
2 times the amount of players.
466. Even Lego Batman has more players than Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Lego Batman.
And this thing came out this year. And this thing is continuing to release content updates by
February
because I think they're legally obligated because of people bought all that shit up front. So, fuck, we got to do this. Wow.
What's the price? Is it still on sale?
Joe, I don't even want to look that up. You look it up yourself. I'm not gonna fucking do that.
It should not be $60, $70.
I think they had deeply discounted
They
it.
did, but I don't know if it was limited.
Deeply discounted this game. So $70 on Steam right now.
Okay, yeah, because they did do a price cut.
No discount right now.
No.
But there was discounts in the past. Do not buy this shit. I wouldn't even buy this shit for $30. I really wouldn't.
You can't even afford the digital deluxe upgrade for $30. It's $35.
Yeah, that's pathetic. I mean, once they put this in the bargain bin, which I guess digitally, then you maybe pick it up.
Game Pass. If it starts being free on Game Pass and PlayStation, and maybe they'll get up to 400 players.
Sure, that'll be its last hurrah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Wow, what a colossal disaster. And now there were rumors, last episode, make sure you're watching our news every week, that Rocksteady is rumored to be working on a new Batman game. Because they're like, we're sorry.
We are sorry.
We'll go back to what we do.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think they've revealed themselves to no longer be the Arkham that we know. No longer the Rocksteady that we know.
Yeah.
And so I actually wouldn't even have confidence in that project either.
Because all the people who are in charge of the Arkham games have left. And so...
Yeah, and stop it. Let's get something more. I would be excited like a Superman game, though a little worried because of what's happening. I wouldn't trust him right now.
What about Snowflame?
Yes.
Okay, I'm down for Snowflame.
It's gotta be
We're talking about a joke.
But it's got to be rated R,
A joke
though,
game. We need a joke game right now.
That would be
It's
so
gotta be
fun.
mature.
A good joke game.
because you need to power up. It's like you can't have that in kids' games.
I didn't, do it for the weasel guy that James Gunn, made up.
Oh, yeah.
A little joke game.
For his brother. Yeah. All right, that's what I got. What do you got over there?
Cool. Let's see. I got a story of a game. Well, number one, Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader and its new expansion on sale, 40% off.
Get that instead.
I am the
fucking
official
Suicide
ambassador
Squad.
of Warhammer stuff, which is a shame because I still don't have my Space Marine 2 review out yet. Well, we're working on it. Please give us more time on that. But that's on sale. That was a great game. By the same people that did what's the game, Pathfinder, I think.
Yeah, Wrath of the Righteous.
And
yeah.
Alex reviewed that. Check out the
Really
rapid
liked
fire on that. But what else in other news? Fallout. How about a Fallout story? A Deep South Fallout sequel with a guerrilla warfare type of vibe was planned, but this is a long time ago, and then Interplay bit the dust. I was always curious of how they were going to move forward the Fallout series in the old school before Bethesda took it over. Apparently, Jeremy Peel recently sat down with Fallout Tactics lead designer Ed Orman about that game and its development and what they were possibly going to be doing for Fallout Tactics 2, a sequel that they actually planned out and Interplay was going to do, but as we know, the company imploded. Let's see. Somewhere there is a document. I don't know if it exists anywhere. I certainly don't have it, but there's a spec for Tactics 2. And broadly speaking, it was a spec that attempted to address most of the problems that we've talked about in the first Fallout Tactics, which I enjoyed. They were going to address the problems. It was a smaller campaign, still the same structure, simplify the economy, the number of objects, and the weapons in the game, just kind of streamline it and focus on its best issues. He says that the problem with the first game was a lot of feature creep with a tight deadline back then, which made balancing on a nightmare. Because this is old school stuff. If you remember, it came out, it was kind of, a little unbalanced, a little crazy. But anyways, I found it interesting because it was heading into the Deep South, here's what he says, which gave us a lot of opportunities for new mutations and creatures and things you hadn't seen before.
They're not radiation mutations. They're
using the lore. Using the lore of the area. So, like, I don't know, the chupacabra and stuff like that could be cool. I knew that was coming. And there would have been new factions, all sorts of stuff. There's lots of ideas, and I think it probably would have addressed a lot of different problems we had discovered in the first game, blah, blah, blah.
It'd be terrifying. Can you imagine a super mutant playing the banjo when you're, like, going through the forest, like, oh,
no. Yeah, so I
don't want to squeal.
As for the story, it's a doozy. He said, we were talking about having an Eve kit that was basically taking on the role of the robots in Fallout Tactics 1. The idea is that there was this Eve kit that was creating intelligent plant hybrid things. So the plants were going to be a big problem. And by intelligent plants, going to the south and really having these lush environments, that was going to make that more interesting. And to me, this sounds fucking great.
It's
and
like
I'm
that
just
movie
hoping
with Mark
Bethesda's
Wahlberg,
listening.
right?
That if they do a Fallout in the future, we could have like lush jungles and fucking Venus flytraps.
They only exist in like one tiny place in North Carolina.
Yeah.
And so it's like such a crazy thing. I always thought that Venus flytraps were like everywhere. It's like, no, there's like one little tiny spot in the United States where those plants exist. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, it'd be awesome to have them be
everywhere. I like Venus flytraps.
Well, like radiation spreads them all over the place and you're getting eaten.
Yeah. Speaking of North Carolina, it looks probably falloutish right now. Yeah. I hope all of y'all are safe out there.
It's crazy.
And because it is crazy what we've seen over there. But, yeah. So I just thought that this was a cool, interesting story because I'm a fan of the Fallout games. I even liked Fallout Tactics, even though it wasn't quite as popular as other ones. So there's some information on what Fallout Tactics would have been, Fallout Tactics 2 would have been. And I hope Bethesda's listening because it would be cool if we ever get a Fallout 5 to, get something new and interesting with creatures and lush environments and Venus flytraps and shit like that.
Modern day Bethesda, and you said new and interesting. I don't think those things are the same thing. It's just like you're going to get the same old shit, and we're going to hope that modders fix it for us later.
I know. Using that same fucking engine. Yeah. Please don't. So, anyways, I got another one. I'll save it for the second episode. So, thank you, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you to our sponsor.
Yeah, Rocket Money. Make sure you download it. I get messages all the time that remind me, like, cancel your Ubisoft.
So what actually helped me recently is, it was a YouTube subscription. I realized I was fucking paying for Paramount Plus twice.
It's not worth paying for once.
I know. How did that happen? Well, a long time ago, I paid the $100 year up front. And then somehow, it might have been somebody in another household that did it where my account was there where they watched something on Amazon, and I guess they couldn't watch it, so they purchased it there.
Probably
and
did
that
the trial,
did the monthly.
forgot or something.
Right. And so now it was getting hit monthly and then yearly, but you didn't know.
Damn,
but Rocket
kids.
Money showed me, and I was
Damn
like, oh,
kids.
thank God. I only lost 1 month worth of money, but it's cool, man. All right. Anyways, guys, I will see you on episode 2, and thank you for watching. See you on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.